How's everybody doing? Like Deacon said, my name's Dwight. I was thinking about changing my name, but that is such a hassle, I realized it'd be easier just to change your pronunciation. So it's still going to be spelled D-W-I-G-H-T, but it's pronounced Rico. Got a telephone call the other day. It was a DJ from some radio station. Told me I'd won this big cash prize if I could tell him the phrase that pays. So I said, stick 'em up. Had to take a drug test the other day. Came back negative, which means my dealer's got some explaining to do. Had a job once selling security alarms door to door. I was really good at it. There was no one home. I'd leave a brochure in the kitchen table. I was homeless for a while. I didn't want people to know, so I slept in front of a ticket master. I'm well known in my hometown. Just about every business has one of my checks displayed. Called up one of these telephone psychics. First question I asked was, why'd you let the phone ring? Went to see a regular psychic once. I could tell right away she was no gall darn good. She took one of my checks. I've got a friend who's a dyslexic paranoid. He always thinks that he's following somebody. My neighbor in my property line is not at all where I thought it was. Good thing too, otherwise it would have been me that got arrested for growing dope. I was talking to another one of my neighbors. He's selling his house, says the neighborhood's going to hell. I said, well, that's kind of a bummer. I just moved in. Started dating this woman who I thought wore way too much makeup until I saw her without any. Now, I don't want to say this woman was ugly, but I got kicked out of the zoo once for buying her a hot dog. I had a date the other night. Right after dinner, we got to this big fight because she insisted on paying for the meal. I said, we made it to the car. Let's just get the hell out of here. Surprised an intruder the other night. Broke into the same house. Had a woman psychologist once. Told her I was an exhibitionist. Now, I'm not really, but for $150 an hour, somebody's gonna see me naked. The other day, I saw a couple of midgets playing miniature golf. Surprised you don't see that more often. Saw this guy on the side of the road with the sign, "Will work for food." So I gave him a coconut. Four in the morning the other night, my neighbor's car alarm went off. Scared me so bad I dropped my tools. Some buddies of mine talked me into going bungee cord jumping with them. Learned something important about myself, which I can't wait to tell my dad. Yeah, it turns out I will jump off a bridge if my friends do too. Once when I was growing up, my dad caught me peeking into the neighbor lady's bedroom window. Boy, were we surprised to be looking at each other. That was way cool. Next day, got a brand new bicycle. Once when I was a teenager, I caught my brother having sex with a blow-up doll. Boy, he's the last person you would expect of that. He's got asthma real bad. There's a magic shop near where I live. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Thought I saw Superman twice yesterday. Turns out the first time it was a bird, then it was a plane. When people see me, a certain plant seems to come to mind, which I think is weird. I don't even know what dickweed is. I notice as I've gotten older, my sensibilities have changed. Like when I was younger, it was like I had to get drunk in order to have a good time. Now, I don't have to have a good time. Won a demolition derby once. Of course, I clearly had the advantage. I think I was the only one in the parking lot, even though we were playing. Last time I flew, the airport lost my luggage. Luckily, they got one of them dope dogs. Little advice for you if you're trying to smuggle in drugs from Mexico by shoving them up your rear end. Don't drink the water. Had a date once with a woman cop. Of course, I had no idea she was a cop. She was dressed up like a prostitute. So when she first slapped the handcuffs on, I'm thinking, oh no, this is gonna cost extra. Then a bunch of guys rushed in and wrestled me to the ground. Imagine my relief when I found that I'd just been arrested. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks, have a good show, good night.